English podcast.
From Learn English with Joy. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Joy, the podcast that helps you grow your English skills with confidence, small steps, and a little bit of joy. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Chris. Whether you're listening from your kitchen, on a walk, or during your study break, thank you for spending this time with us. Today, we're diving into something I think every English learner has felt at least once.
Oh yes, that moment when you've been learning for weeks, maybe even months. You understand movies, you follow the subtitles, you nod along when someone's speaking, but then someone asks you a question and suddenly...
Nothing. Your brain freezes. You open your mouth, and the words just disappear.
Totally. And sometimes it's not even fear. You want to say something. You know the words, but it's like they're hiding somewhere inside you.
So let me ask you, have you ever felt ready to speak English, but suddenly no words come out?
If that's you, first of all, you're not alone. That happens to all of us, even native speakers sometimes. But especially for English learners, one big reason is that you don't have anyone to practice speaking with.
That's right. Maybe you study alone, or your friends don't speak English. Maybe you feel shy, or maybe you just don't know how to practice speaking without a partner. And that's okay.
But here's the real question. Do we really need someone to practice with, or can we build our fluency alone?
Great question. And here's my answer. Yes, you absolutely can. You can practice speaking English without a partner. You can improve your fluency, even if you're the only English speaker in your house.
And in today's episode, we're going to show you exactly how. We'll walk you through 5 simple, daily speaking habits that you can do completely on your own. No teacher, no partner, no pressure.
These habits are based on real experience from learners all over the world who've improved their speaking skills by building small routines. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference.
And no, you don't have to talk to your plants, unless you want to.
Hey, plant conversations totally count. The important thing is, you create your own English environment wherever you are.
Exactly. So if you've ever thought, I wish I could speak more, but I don't have anyone to practice with, this episode is for you.
Let's start by breaking a common myth. A lot of people think you need a partner to improve your speaking, that unless you have a native speaker on speed dial, you can't make progress. But that's just not true.
That's right, because there's a big difference between learning English and using English. Think about it this way. Watching a movie, reading an article, or even listening to this podcast, that's what we call passive learning. You're taking in information, and that's great, but you're not producing anything.
On the other hand, active speaking is when you take that knowledge and use it out loud. You're no longer just absorbing the language, you're creating with it. That's when real fluency starts to happen.
It's like learning to drive. You can watch all the videos in the world, read every rule, even memorize traffic signs. But until you sit in that seat and take the wheel, you're not really learning to drive. Speaking English is the same.
And here's where speaking alone becomes a powerful tool. When you speak to yourself, or even to your plant, you're building active fluency. Let's talk about why this works.
First, it builds natural reflexes. When you practice speaking daily, you train your brain to find words faster. You're not translating in your head anymore. You're speaking directly in English. That's what makes your speech flow better over time.
Second, there's no pressure, no fear of being judged, no fear of making mistakes. When it's just you and your voice, you can experiment freely. You can try a new phrase, mess it up, laugh at yourself, and try again. That freedom helps you relax and actually enjoy the learning process.
And third, it's easy to turn into a habit. You don't need to schedule a class or wait for someone to be available. You can speak English while brushing your teeth, walking your dog, or making tea. That consistency makes a huge difference over time.
I remember one of our listeners, Sophia from Brazil, sent us a message last year. She said she didn't have any English-speaking friends, and she felt embarrassed every time she spoke. So she started doing something a little unusual.
She began talking to her plants.
Every morning, she'd water them and say things like, "Good morning, plant. You look healthy today." Then she started telling them about her day. "Today I have a meeting at work. I'm a little nervous, but I'll do my best."
And after just a few months, her fluency improved so much that she started recording videos in English. She said it felt weird at first, but it helped her find her voice.
That's a perfect example of how speaking alone works. In fact, there's research to support this. A study from the fictional Global Language Behavior Institute found that learners who practiced speaking aloud alone for just 5 minutes a day developed stronger muscle memory for English sounds and sentence patterns than those who only listened passively.
Muscle memory isn't just for athletes. It's what helps you pronounce words automatically, without thinking too hard. Just like your fingers remember how to type, your mouth can remember how to speak English smoothly too.
So even if it feels silly at first, remember, you're training your mouth, your brain, and your confidence all at once.
The bottom line is this: speaking English alone isn't second best. It's a real, effective way to learn. And the best part? You can start right now.
You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't even need someone to talk back. All you need is your voice, your intention, and a few minutes a day.
And in the next part of this episode, we'll show you 5 daily speaking habits that make speaking alone not only possible, but powerful.
Let's start with the first one. And honestly, it's one of my personal favorites. Talk to yourself out loud. Yes, really, talk to yourself. Not just in your head, but with your actual voice.
It may sound silly at first, but it's one of the easiest and most natural ways to improve your speaking. And here's the key. You're not just thinking in English, you're actually producing it.
Exactly. Imagine this. You're brushing your teeth and say, "Today is going to be a busy day." Or while cooking dinner, you think out loud, "I'm boiling pasta. It smells amazing." Even before bed, "I'm so tired, but I'm proud I studied today."
These little moments add up. You're using the English you already know in real time and connecting words to your daily life. It helps build strong mental associations, and it's a fantastic way to turn passive vocabulary into active speech.
And here's a bonus. It reduces hesitation. The more you speak out loud, the less your brain freezes when you're talking to others. You start to hear yourself form sentences naturally, without overthinking.
So when should you do this? Honestly, anytime. Try it in the morning when you get ready. "I need to make coffee. Where are my keys?" Or during chores. "This laundry feels never-ending." Or in the shower. "I've got a lot on my mind today."
And don't worry about being perfect. You can even start with short phrases and sentence starters like, "I'm thinking about," "maybe I should," "it looks like."
This habit works because it's low pressure and you can do it anywhere. No judgment, no grammar police, just you and your thoughts in English.
So here's your challenge. Pick one part of your day, morning, afternoon, or night, and commit to talking out loud for just 1 minute. You'll be amazed at how quickly your fluency grows when you turn thinking into speaking.
And if you want to take it one step further, let's talk about our second habit, mirror speaking practice.
Yes, this one's powerful. All you need is a mirror. That's it. A bathroom mirror, a pocket mirror, even your phone's front camera. The goal is to see yourself while you speak and become more aware of how you sound and look.
When you speak in front of a mirror, you're not just practicing words. You're also practicing body language, eye contact, and confidence. You're training your voice, your face, and your mind, all at the same time.
Exactly. Think of it as a rehearsal for real conversations. Let's say you want to practice ordering coffee. You look in the mirror and say, "Hi there, I'd like a cappuccino to go, please." Then pause, smile, and respond as the barista. "Sure. Would you like any sugar?" "Yes. 1 packet, please."
That simple role play builds both fluency and comfort. You're hearing your voice, adjusting your tone, noticing how natural, or not so natural, you sound. It's like acting class, but for real-life English.
Another benefit? You learn to correct yourself. You might notice that you're mumbling, speaking too fast, or forgetting to pause. The mirror gives instant feedback, not in words, but in awareness.
And let's talk about posture. When you stand tall, look yourself in the eye, and speak clearly, your whole energy changes. You go from, I'm unsure, to I can do this.
So here's a simple plan. Choose one sentence or question every day. Say it out loud 3 times in front of a mirror. Watch your mouth move. Adjust your tone. Try again. Just 2 minutes a day.
You could practice greetings. Nice to meet you. I'm Emily. Or giving opinions. I think this movie was a bit too long. Or asking questions. Do you know where the nearest pharmacy is?
And don't worry about sounding strange. No one's watching. This is your space to experiment, to play with language, to build presence, and to believe in your voice.
Remember, what you say is important, but how you say it matters too.
And now, let's move on to our third speaking habit, one that's perfect for reflection and real progress. It's called the Voice Memo Journal.
We all know the power of journaling, writing your thoughts down to understand them better. But today, we're giving it a speaking twist. Instead of writing, you speak. You record your voice for 1 or 2 minutes a day.
Think of it like a daily voice diary. At the end of the day, you open your phone, press record, and say something like, "Today I had a stressful morning, but I finished everything on my to-do list." Or, "I learned 3 new phrasal verbs today. One of them was, look forward to. I think I'll try using it tomorrow."
You can talk about anything, how you feel, what you did, something you learned, or even something that confused you. The important thing is to speak freely and naturally. No script needed.
And here's the magic part. After a week, go back and listen to your old recordings. You'll start to notice things. Maybe your pronunciation is clearer, your grammar is smoother, or your voice sounds more confident.
Exactly. That's called self-feedback. You're not waiting for a teacher to correct you. You're learning from your own voice. And sometimes that's even more powerful.
For tools, you can use anything. The Voice Memos app on iPhone, Google Recorder on Android, or apps like Noted, Otter, or Evernote. Just keep your recordings organized. Maybe label them by date or topic, and store them in the cloud.
And if you're shy, don't worry. These recordings are just for you. No one else needs to hear them. You're creating what we call audio memories, proof of your learning journey.
Here's a tip. Choose a regular time, like before bed or after lunch, and make it a habit. Once it becomes part of your routine, it doesn't feel like homework anymore. It becomes a moment of self-connection and a confidence boost.
Now let's talk about our fourth habit, one that's popular among language learners and incredibly powerful. It's called shadowing.
Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and immediately repeating what they say, word for word, as closely as possible. You follow their voice like a shadow. Same rhythm, same tone, same energy.
Why does this work so well? Because it helps you train your brain and your mouth at the same time. You're not just listening, you're copying the intonation, stress, and natural flow of the language. It's pronunciation practice and fluency training rolled into one.
Here's how to do it. Step 1. Pick a short video with native speakers. It could be a YouTube clip, a podcast, or even a movie scene. TED Talks are great too. They're clear, emotional, and often come with subtitles.
Step 2. Play 10 to 15 seconds of the video. Listen once. Then play it again and repeat immediately after the speaker. Try to match their exact voice, speed, and feeling. You can use subtitles at first, but eventually try to go without.
Here's an example. I used to shadow a 1-minute clip from a TED Talk every morning. Just 1 minute. I'd play the line, pause, repeat it out loud, again and again. After a week, I noticed I was speaking more confidently, with smoother sentences and better rhythm.
Shadowing also helps reduce hesitation. When you copy native speakers, you internalize sentence patterns, so when it's your turn to speak, you're not inventing sentences from scratch. You already feel how they should sound. And the best part? You don't need to understand every single word. Focus on the music of the language. Your ear will catch more meaning over time, and your mouth will start moving with more ease. So try this. Pick one short video clip today. Just one. Shadow it for 5 minutes. Make it fun. Choose a topic you love. Let the speaker be your coach and your model.
Fluency doesn't start with grammar rules. It starts with rhythm, emotion, and repetition. Shadowing gives you all three. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, speaking out loud, and borrowing the voice of someone who already speaks the way you want to. That brings us to our final speaking habit, and this one is all about turning your everyday life into an English lesson. It's called Describe the World Around You.
This habit is so simple, but so powerful. All you do is speak out loud about what you see, what you hear, what you feel, in real time. You're basically narrating your own life, in English.
You don't need a script. You don't need fancy vocabulary. Just look around and describe what's happening. For example, if you're walking outside, you could say, "The air feels heavy today." "There's a woman walking her dog. The dog looks tired." Or simply, "It's a bit chilly, but the sun feels nice."
Or when you're in the kitchen, "I'm chopping onions. My eyes are crying. The water's boiling. Time to add the pasta." Even little things like, "The fridge is almost empty. I need to buy eggs."
These descriptions help your brain connect English to real sensory experiences. You're not just remembering words, you're living them. That's what makes the vocabulary stick.
And you can level this up by adding feeling. Don't just describe what's outside. Describe what's inside. For example, "I feel a bit anxious today. Maybe I'm overthinking." "I'm feeling calm. I love this quiet morning."
When you speak about your emotions, you're practicing emotional vocabulary, which is something learners often forget to develop, but native speakers use it all the time.
Want to take this even further? Ask yourself questions as you speak. Why is the sky so gray today? Do I need a break or just some fresh air? You don't need to answer perfectly. Just start the thought.
And here's the beauty of this habit. You can do it anywhere. While waiting for the bus, while folding laundry, while walking through a park. No need for a book, a partner, or even your phone.
Every moment of your day is a chance to practice. You don't need to create time. You just need to notice what's already around you.
The world is your vocabulary list. Your day is your speaking exercise. So start using it right here, right now.
Speaking English isn't just something you do in a classroom. It's something you live. So live it, one sentence at a time.
That sounds beautiful. But let's be honest, there's something we need to talk about. The part that often holds people back.
You mean the awkwardness?
Exactly. Let's say it out loud. "I feel weird talking to myself." If that's you, hey, same here. I've been there.
And that's completely normal. It doesn't mean you're weird. It means you're pushing your comfort zone. And guess what? That's where growth lives.
One thing that helps is reframing the fear. A lot of learners are so afraid of making mistakes, wrong grammar, bad pronunciation, forgetting words, that they just don't speak.
So let's shift that mindset. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They're signs of effort. Instead of chasing perfection, focus on expression. As we always say, done is better than perfect.
Yes. You don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to speak. Every sentence you say, even if it's broken, builds fluency. Silence, on the other hand, builds hesitation.
Here's a practical tip. If you feel too awkward to speak out loud, start in front of a mirror. When you get used to seeing yourself talk, it becomes easier. Slowly, that weird feeling disappears, and make it part of your routine. Link it to something you already do, brushing your teeth, doing skincare, or getting dressed. That way, it becomes natural, automatic. Let me share a quick story. One of our listeners, Tram from Vietnam, sent us this. "I started with just 30 seconds a day. I would whisper while washing my face. Now, I speak for 5 minutes out loud every evening, in full sentences. and I've stopped caring if my grammar is 100% correct.
That's such a great example. Start small. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. And celebrate the fact that you're showing up, even when it feels uncomfortable.
Another challenge is feeling stuck. You run out of words or don't know how to describe something. That's okay too. Pause. Breathe. Use simpler words. Keep going.
You don't need a perfect vocabulary to speak. You need courage. And the more you speak, the more words will come.
So if your brain ever tells you, "This is too awkward," or "I sound ridiculous," just answer back, "That's okay. I'm learning," and keep going.
Let's take a moment to review everything we've covered today, because speaking English alone is not just possible, it's powerful.
We gave you 5 daily habits that can help you build fluency without needing a partner or a classroom. Just you, your voice, and your willingness to try.
Habit 1. Talk to yourself out loud. Say what you're thinking. Describe what you're doing. Speak your thoughts as they come.
Habit 2. Mirror speaking. Practice real conversations in front of a mirror. Notice your expression, posture, and tone. Make it feel real.
Habit 3. Voice memo journaling. Record your thoughts every day. Talk about your feelings, your lessons, your wins, and listen back to hear how far you've come.
Habit 4. Shadowing. Follow native speakers. Copy their rhythm, stress, and intonation. Train your mouth to move like theirs.
And habit 5. Describe the world around you. Use the language of your life, your walk, your breakfast, your morning sky, as your vocabulary playground.
Remember this: you don't need a native speaker. You need a habit, a voice, and belief in your journey. So here's your challenge. Choose one habit. Just one. Start today. Start small. But start.
And if you need help staying motivated, write your goal each day. Something simple like, "Today, I will talk to myself for 1 minute while cooking." Or, "Today, I will shadow a 30-second video clip." Big results come from small actions, and small actions begin with simple decisions.
Fluency doesn't arrive all at once. It grows, word by word, day by day, habit by habit.
And every time you choose to speak, even alone, you're choosing progress.
And now it's time for our vocabulary quiz and practice. We've talked a lot today about confidence, habits, and communication. So let's review some powerful words you can add to your English toolbox.
1. Fluency. The ability to speak smoothly without pausing too much. Example. Shadowing helps you improve your fluency day by day.
2. Articulate. To express thoughts or ideas clearly and effectively. Example. Speaking alone allows you to practice articulating your ideas with confidence.
3. Spontaneous. Said or done without planning. Natural and free. Example. Describing your day in English helps you sound more spontaneous.
4. Monologue. A long speech by one person. Example. Talking to yourself is like doing a mini monologue, and it's great practice.
5. Intonation. The rise and fall of your voice when speaking. Example. Good intonation makes your English sound more expressive and engaging.
6. Hesitation. A pause due to uncertainty or nervousness. Example. Practicing daily reduces hesitation when you speak in real situations.
7. Natural rhythm. The normal flow of spoken language. Example. Shadowing videos helps you develop a more natural rhythm when speaking.
8. Proactive. Taking control before something happens. Example. Practicing alone shows you're proactive in improving your English. So, how many of these words did you already know? And more importantly, how many are you using in real conversation?
Challenge yourself. Try using at least 3 of these words in your voice memo journal tonight, or build a short story using 4 of them.
The more you use a word, the more it becomes part of your natural vocabulary.
And remember, you don't need to memorize words. You need to live them.
That wraps up today's vocabulary practice. Great job for staying with us.
You're building more than just language. You're building confidence.
Well, that's all for today's episode. But before we say goodbye, we just want to remind you, your English journey is your journey. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to keep going.
Exactly. It's not about speaking like a native. It's about speaking at all. Saying something today that you couldn't say yesterday, that's real progress.
And if you ever feel stuck or discouraged, remember this quote from Brené Brown. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen.
We love that, because learning to speak a new language is exactly that. Showing up. Letting your voice be heard. Even if it's messy. Even if it's awkward. Especially then.
So keep speaking. Keep trying. Even if it's just one sentence a day. That one sentence might feel small, but it matters.
Maybe today your sentence is, I'm learning English. Or, it's sunny outside. Or even just, I like coffee. That's more than enough.
You've already done something brave by listening, learning, and showing up. Now give yourself one more win today. Say something out loud. Anything.
And hey, if you do, let us know. Tag us, message us, or just whisper it to yourself. We're cheering for you wherever you are.
Thanks for spending this time with us. We'll see you in the next episode.
And until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.